Hey folks, Joe with JC Baseball Collector here, coming back at you with some more 2023 Bowman. We're continuing to work our way through the 10 blaster boxes that I bought this year. I picked them up as pre-order from Topps in lieu of a hobby box or a jumbo box, just, obviously given the prices of the hobby products. And I've already opened 3 of them. Another video on the channel. I'll link that in the description below, if I remember. But I'll link that in the description below for you guys to check out if you didn't see it. And now we're going to get into the next 3 of these. So I'm sure by the time I'm posting this, I'm actually filming the 2 videos relatively close together. But by the time I actually probably get around to posting this one, you guys will have seen quite a bit of Bowman already. So we should be able to move through these packs pretty quickly, and then hopefully hit some nice stuff out of here. And you know who you're chasing at this point, right? It's Drew Jones, it's Caminero, or Caminero, I think I'm getting his name wrong. Spencer Jones, it's Cam Collier. There's a whole host of guys that you're wanting to get out of here. And then of course you get just some of the base rookies of some of the major league guys you get out of here too. But those are just, regular base paper rookies, not super valuable, but you might get a nice name or 2 there as well. So a guy like this, James Outman, got himself off to a great start this year. Got Julio, Oswald Peraza, put him to the side for my Yankee PC. Garrett Mitchell, he's a nice one. We got a Joshua Baez, Modern Prospects Rare Bird. I think I pulled this one actually as in my first video. We got a nice Jace Young, big time prospect. Geloff, Axel Sanchez, and an Ariel Almonte. So don't know a whole ton about those 2 guys. Don't think I saw either of those names come across in my first video. I'm actually going to pop this camera down ever so slightly. Didn't like the angle I was at. Let's see what we can do here. I think I've probably pretty much put together the whole base set of paper. Put Michael Harris to the side of paper, veterans and rookies pretty easily. There's a nice Colton Cowser. Sights on September. I like that insert set. We'll give him a little bit of love. Pulled a few of these. I think there's probably maybe 1 a box or so. Pulled a few of these in my last video. I like the way that one looks. And Colton Cowser's a nice prospect, so we'll get a little bit of a showcase going. There's Jackson Churio. Very nice prospect there. My boy Jason Montgomery. We got Wilber Sanchez. And it looks like we're going to have a refractor here of Carlos Jorge. Carlos Jorge signed as a free agent out of Dominican Republic rather in 2021. Had himself a pretty nice little season there last year. 119 at bats. Yeah, definitely a nice little year. So very young. We'll give him a little bit of action up there on the showcase, being that this is a refractor. I think this is just how the refractors look. Can't tell. Like when I first saw these refractors, it looked like they were all kind of like that aqua or sky blue. But I think all the refractors I pulled had that same kind of look to them. So I'm going to have to figure out if those are actual sky blues or if all the refractors just have a little bit of a tealish tint to them or something like that. There's Francisco Alvarez's rookie card. I don't think I saw that one yet. Ooh, a nice Oswaldo Cabrera. He had himself a kind of a tough April, but I think he's going to be able to turn it around. Bogarts. There's Wander. So I am, and there's JJ Bleday. I'm actually seeing some of the veterans I haven't seen yet. Jose Ramos insert. Alex Ramirez. I think this might be a first Bowman of this guy, or maybe he has his first autograph in here or something. But I thought I saw something along those lines. But obviously he doesn't have the first Bowman designation. Oh, and there's a Christian Vaquero, not a first Bowman. I recognize the name. I've definitely pulled him in other products, I'm pretty sure. But he is a sky blue paper, number to 499. So, well, maybe not. He signed last year with the, I don't know. He doesn't have the first Bowman designation. Maybe he was in draft or some other product or Bowman Chrome or something. But I thought I recognized that name. But he was only signed last year, and he's incredibly young. You can see he was born in 04, so he's still only going to be, he's going to turn 19 years old this September. So super young guy there. Desan and a Jonathan Mejia in the Chromes. So none of the big prospect names yet, but we did well so far with the refractor and then the paper parallel. So not too shabby. Got a Miguel Vargas rookie card. There's Jerry Pena. Sosa. There's Adley. Very nice. I like that. and Corbin Carroll. So it seems like Corbin, I do remember that from my other box. Adley and Corbin seem to come back to back in the collation, which is pretty cool. Yeah, there's a nice Riley Green Chrome. So another guy who, you know, rookie this year, isn't off to the hottest start in the world. At least at the point of this taping, he hasn't been for the Tigers. Him and Spencer Torkelson both. There's a nice Colas and Lawler. Edwin Arroyo. Framey. You have Framey De Leon. And a Chase DeLauder. Okay. All right. This pack feels heavy and fat to me. So maybe there's something sweet in here. I don't know. Doesn't look like a thickie of any sort, but this pack just feels fat. It felt fat and heavy in my hands. Alvarez, Wallner. We'll work our way through this paper. Ooh, that is a nice one, though. It's a nice Brett Beatty spotlight insert. Said it on my last video. These spotlight inserts are absolutely sharp. I really like these a lot. They look phenomenal. And I've gotten a couple nice ones. I had Nelly De La Cruz in the last video. The last opening, we got the Brett Beatty there. And who was the other one I pulled? Oh, I pulled the Gunnar Henderson. So I think those would look absolutely phenomenal in an SGC Tux. I mentioned it in my last video, but SGC is running another one of these specials, $9 a card to submit for anything 2023 Bowman. Marcos Cabrera, I don't know him. Yankees prospect signed in 18, so he must not be a big time prospect, but that's pretty cool. Put that in the PC pile. We got Davis and a Michael Arroyo. The SGC's running that special. Talked about it a little bit in the last video, so I think that those spotlight inserts would look absolutely phenomenal in one of those tuxes. So I'm going to have a handful of those to send in, so maybe I'll get lucky and pull myself a couple more and maybe a real big name. I mean, Gunner's a pretty good one, obviously, but I would love to pull an Adley or one of the big prospects in that. There's Kevin Alcantara, former Yankee, now with the Cubbies. Dylan O'Ray. Zavala, he was a big chase in the past, last year's product, I think, Bowman Chrome maybe. Anthony Pagaro, De Jesus, and a Luis Garcia. How many freaking Luis Garcias are we going to have in the league? We got the second baseman for the Nationals. We got the pitcher for the Astros. I feel like there was a Luis Garcia at some point in the past in the league, too. I guess it's a pretty common name in, you know, in Latin American countries, so. But we'll see if that guy makes it, and then we'll have ourselves a whole ton of Luis Garcias in this league. All right, we got Wander, and I see another one of those spotlight inserts coming up. Blade rookie, Pena, Lennon Sosa. Ooh, and a Michael Harris. Very nice. So we're getting a bunch of nice rookies in this insert set. So I'm gonna have to put a whole bunch of these together for the SGC order. That's a really nice. I mean, those are gonna look so good. Slabbed up in the nice tuxedo SGC slab, don't you think? Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. There's a nice Jackson Holiday. I haven't pulled that one yet. Second year Jackson Holiday. Elijah Green and a James Wood. So two really nice Nationals prospects right there. Wood coming over in the Soto trade from the Pods, and then Elijah Green, who was one of the top picks, 5th overall. Yeah, 5th overall last year for the Nationals. So a couple really nice ones, even though not firsts. But yeah, let me know down in the comments what you guys think of. Where was I going with that? think of this insert set. Is I'm in love with it. Of this, I think I was saying this the spotlight insert set, and how you think they would look in the SGC slabs. I think that's what I was saying. There's a nice Brooks Lee insert. That's a good one. Kenny Gomez first. There's Drew Jones. So first Drew Jones we're seeing. It's just a paper, but that is a good one, a good name for certain. So a nice little Drew Jones there. We'll get this refractor of a guy who I never heard of down into the good pile. We'll get Drew onto the stand. There we go. That's the big chase right there, the second overall pick from last year's draft. We got Oscar Colas and a Nerwillian Cedeno. A lot of names that I'm going to have trouble with in this set thus far. Definitely a lot of names I'm going to have trouble with. Let's see. Nothing thick. Maybe an insert. Cole. We'll get through this paper. Groshans. There's a Christian Hernandez Rise and Shine modern inserts. Modern prospects insert. Really nice. Ramos. Rada. There's Brian Acuna, another one of the Acuna brothers. I think there's 3 of them, including Ronald. And we got an Angel Gennaro. So Martinez and Gennaro. All right, we're halfway home with our second set of Bowman blasters. I'll probably do one more video of 3 blasters at some point, and then save my last and 10th blaster for some sort of, something else. I'll just maybe stash it or do it as part of like a mixer rip or something. Maybe open it up offline. There's a Matt McLean insert. Parada, Bastidas, Lionel James. Looks super young. Marcus Lee Sang, and we're going to have a Carlos Jorge refractor. So I am pulling all kinds of... wait, is this the same guy? Yeah, it's the same exact guy. So I have 2 Carlos Jorge refractors from the Reds. I was just going to say I'm pulling all kinds of Reds refractors, but it turns out not just Reds refractors, but the exact same guy. You can see that little refractor shine, and I have a hard time believing that these are both kind of sky blue or aqua or whatever this parallel... whatever that parallel was in the past, because that's just how all the refractors seem to look. But what are the odds of that? So 2 totally separate boxes. You get the exact same refractor of the exact same guy. At least as a first. I mean, at least it's not like some total dud. But there's Aaron Judge, Jordan Diaz, Soto, Arenado, Gabriel Moreno. There's a little insert of Marco Luciano. This guy's trying to, he's still a really highly regarded prospect, but he's trying to inch his way to the major leagues. He's really working on it. Jace Young. We got Burgos, Alonso, Logan Wagner, and another Dodger, Juan Alonso again. So Juan Alonso, double Alonso action there. So I'm gonna have to reach out to some of my Reds friends, Professor Collector and others, and try to find out about this Carlos Jorge guy, because apparently I'm like the biggest Carlos Jorge collector of all time now. This is kind of like when in 2020, there's a Riley Green rookie card. In 2020, I couldn't stop pulling Aristides Aquino rookie cards. Just he followed me everywhere. There's a nice Garrett Mitchell insert. Very cool. But yeah, for whatever reason, I mean, these Reds guys, I guess they just love me. I couldn't stop pulling Aristides Aquino, who's not even in the major leagues anymore. And now Carlos Jorge seems to be my guy. Martin Gonzalez. There's a Alejandro Ozuna and a Tony Blanco Jr. So 2 guys who I believe were free agent signings. Yeah, who I'm not overly familiar with. All right, down to the last stack of packs. We'll move these up. I think we're doing pretty well. I wouldn't say my socks have been blown off thus far. Definitely, I don't think quite as strong as my retail last year. I did really well with retail last year. Looks like we've got another spotlight. You know what? I love those spotlights, so I'm going to set this to the side and just be that guy and reveal that spotlight later at the end of the video. Just because I think that they're really sharp, and we'll see if we pull anything else nice. But I did pretty well out of retail last year. I definitely pulled some paper autos. I think I pulled a chrome auto or 2, and some color. So there's a nice Colton Cowser insert, like that one. There's Vaquero, guy we got the parallel of before. Lazaro Montas, I think he's a good one. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to look. Oh, there's Edward Julian, Ricardo Perez. So Edward Julian is one of the, I don't think I mentioned him at the top. I definitely mentioned him in my last video, but he's one of your big chases in this product. So that's pretty nice. And this black table, I got this black table, so anytime when I open packs, it gets all the all the residue on the table. But yeah, I definitely remember pulling, a handful of autos, some color, some nice stuff out of retail blasters last year, and I'm not seeing the same thing. I'm now, basically 6 blasters in. We got another Christian Hernandez, same one we got before. Definitely not seeing that same degree. But other people have definitely pulled some nice stuff, and I'm not saying that it's not out there. I've seen it on a few videos. People pull some good stuff. So, and a Ponte to close out that pack. All right, 3 to go. Let's see if we can get ourselves something big in this box. So in the first box, I think it was, we got that paper parallel. This one looks like we'll have a refractor in this pack, but still nothing in terms of Brett Beatty, in terms of any ink or chrome parallels. Interesting. We got Matt McLean again. We got that same one before. Brock Jones, Charles again, and a Robert Perez Jr. refractor. So This guy signed as a free agent in 2016, 7 years ago. This guy signed, and he now just has his first Bowman. He's 23. It looks like he'll be 23 this year, so he's the 21st ranked prospect for the Mariners. So definitely, not probably someone to really quite write home about, but, maybe he'll turn out to be a good one. We'll see. You never know with these guys. You never know who might possibly pan out. Here's something a little different. The over Peguero. I don't think I've seen him yet. Herrera. So we're getting some different base cards in this pack at least. I don't think I've seen any of these yet. This is funny. I actually saw someone call this out. So if you look at this picture, it's not just that they blurred the background. It looks like they picked some background and then superimposed the player on it. Because obviously, JD's here. He's waiting for a pitch. He's in his stride. He's getting ready to hit. But if you look in the background, like the crowd is all going crazy. Like this guy's like jumping to get the foul ball or something. So like the backgrounds of what's actually going on in these pictures are not at all related to the picture. It's not just like this one, like probably, yeah, this one, was probably the background of this picture. But there are a few like this where the background clearly just like doesn't make any sense. It's pretty funny. And that might be because, Martinez just went to the Dodgers, so they needed to find a way to kind of get him on a Dodgers picture, and there needed to be some photoshopping there. But I found that pretty funny when I saw somebody post that somewhere. It was either on Instagram or Twitter or somewhere. There's a nice James Wood insert. Sanchez, Logan Wagner, Axel Sanchez, and Josu de Pola. All right, last pack. Doesn't feel like a thickie. Doesn't feel like a big one. But let's see if we can get anything. Maybe we'll get a little paper, something interesting paper-wise, but doesn't quite seem like it. Oh, a nice Ezekiel Tovar rookie card. So he's an interesting rookie for the Rockies. Haven't seen him yet. Hunter Green, he was the very first card I pulled, I think, in my first blaster that I opened to this. Harper. No, Vaughn Grissom, Rookie of the Year favorites. Very cool. We got a Freely Encarnacion. Herrera, Luis Lara, Wilber Sanchez, and we'll close it out with a Deson, who I think we've seen a couple times perhaps. So not bad. I mean, I would say comparable, maybe not quite as good. Oh, we're not done yet. I almost forgot. We still have got one more spotlight. Almost forgot. I hope you guys didn't tune out. So let's take a look at this, and we'll check out what that last spotlight is. There's a Lazar Montes. Like I said, I think he might be a good one. I'm not entirely sure. I think he might be a good one, so I'm going to put him aside. He might be like a tier 2. There's Ellie De La Cruz. He's definitely a solid prospect. One of the probably top 10 prospects in the game. Mookie. All right, and let's see who this last one is. Rookie card. Braves. Same one. Same one. Another Michael Harris. So I got a couple of boxes in a row with the exact same collation. That's very funny. So I've got how many duplicates? We got the duplicate refractors. It's in here somewhere. We got the duplicate refractors. We got the duplicate inserts. But all in all, I mean, fine boxes here for sure. It's always going to be kind of hit or miss with retail. Like I said, I don't think it's been quite as strong as retail from last year, but, I'm sure others are having a different experience. Maybe they were duds in retail last year and are pulling absolute fire this year. That's just the way it goes. So, gonna have one more of these videos coming, 3 boxes, next couple weeks, most likely. We'll finish that out, try to build up that SGC order, try to get a handful of nice cards to send in for that $9 special. And then we'll, start getting back into some other content as, other products, other things start rolling out, and baseball season really starts heating up and cooking. So, all right, guys, appreciate it as always. I'm really glad this one came in under 20 minutes, this time. So appreciate the support. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you're thinking of this product, thinking of Bowman, thinking of the baseball season in general. I'm just loving it all as always, anything related to baseball. So, really appreciate your time, and the best is yet to come. See you guys in the next one. Later.